Hello, my YouTube family. Once again, this is your host, Aaron here. This is Times with the Narcissist Explain. I hope y'all have been enjoying the messages. Tonight, I have a topic that I'm going to try to give as much information on, but it's really important to acknowledge, right? Because when you're a chosen one, you know, you have this mantle over your life where you were the one who stepped up to break family generational curses. Now, when you're dealing with generational curses, you're talking about diabetes, foot disease, heart disease, um, the curse of smoking and drinking, um, the narcissistic personality curse that's over a lot of people's families, especially your family, chosen one. Um, Even down to the diet, because a lot of people in our family right now, you can truly look at them and say that they eat really bad. They do. And part of breaking generational curses is also changing your diet. You know, some people don't like it when I speak about not eating pork and not eating seafood. You know, I know what that stuff does to people on a scientific level and on a spiritual level. It literally um, breaks people down to a lower vibration. There is a such thing as lower vibrational foods, and so these are generational curses that you yourself are fighting every day. And the topic tonight I want to talk about is chosen ones. Your spiritual team does not play about you, right? And the reason why they don't play about you is because you voluntarily stepped up to do the difference in a lot of not well a lot of y'all are doing the difference in your family's bloodline, right? You are supposed to be the first to do everything, the first multimillionaire, the first business owner, right? The first to some of y'all right now are the first to have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree out of your whole family. These are key important things to pay attention to when you're a chosen one because these things don't happen with a lot of people. You are the first to connect to the divine and spirituality. You are the first to wake up, not make up. You are the first to wake up from the matrix. You are the first to do a lot of things in your bloodline. But see, the reason why your spiritual team don't play about you is because you are walking, not stepping into, you're doing it actually. You're walking in a responsibility that most people in this world would not step into. I say this all the time on the channel. A lot of people want to be ain't shit people. That's what they want to be because that's what they're comfortable at. That's how they feel they'll be loved and accepted. And really, when you join a bunch of ancient people, you're stepping into a pit of snakes, cobras, boa constrictors, people who will literally come against you, even though y'all doing the same thing. They still hate you and you hate them. And, it's a bunch of quarrel and back and forth. But when you are the one who do the difference in the world, where you're the first to do a lot of things in your family and you're living in a spiritual accord, you're eating different, you're taking care of your body, you're on semen retention, you're reading books, you're studying, you're praying, you're meditating, a lot of these things most people don't do. And when people think that they can step up to you with their ignorance, they learn the hard way. But sometimes um, people get their karma when they mess with you. Like they say, they say something slick to you the first time and they leave from your area. By the time they leave, they're already going through something crazy. The tire done popped on their car. They're having weird pains in their chest, weird pains in their head, and they got to go take some pills and stuff. All because they mess with you. All because they mess with you. Man, I'm telling you, when I sat back and I remembered a lot of things that my enemies did to me and the stuff that was happening to them while I was dealing with them, I had to realize the reason why a lot of stuff was happening to them is because the way they was treating me. And a lot of stuff was happening to them, chose ones, because the way they treated you. I've seen people end up in a hospital, had to get surgery for many different things because of their filthy, dirty mouth. Because they sadistic and they want to inflict pain on somebody. But when they try to inflict pain on a chosen one, they don't realize that that pain comes back on them pretty much tenfold, right? And a lot of times it comes swiftly, but when you're in it, you're thinking, oh, let me just try to help this person. But really, they're going through it because they came at you sideways. You know, our spiritual team, the benevolent, loving beings of light. Yes, they are loving beings and they love unconditionally, but they don't play. They will go to war about the Most High's children. And when they go to war in ways that people can never believe, that people can never fathom. You don't have to take revenge, chosen one, on the people who did you dirty. I mean, look at the people who did you dirty now. Do they look happy? Don't they look like they ran through? You know? I mean, they just look terrible. Like they look like they barely shower. They barely take care of their hair. They look like they done been to hell, seen some demons and came back. So now they look petrified. You know, they will understand the reason why they shouldn't mess with you because there is a thing called favor. There's a thing called chosen ones. And it's not because you're just chosen for no reason. You stepped into a responsibility that most people are not willing to do because, like I said, most people want to be ain't shits. And this is why your spiritual team don't play about you because you care about your soul. You care about your spirituality. You care about how you live, right? See, one thing that I try to teach on this channel, I try to teach people how to deal with people accordingly. You know, some people are so ignorant and so foolish because, a lot of people are just fools, anyways. They think they got all the answers and they think they so cool that they could try to punk other people and manipulate other people until the spiritual team step in, right? And when the spiritual team step in, right, these people get a big whack upside their head like you'll never believe. And when you're dealing with curses, when people try to curse you, those same curses come back on them. I've seen people come at me sideways and all of a sudden they have a nasty flu. They coughing and sneezing, can't even talk. Their voice get taken away, can't even talk. They end up with strep throat, can't even talk. What happened to all that shit they was talking before? You know? So this the ignorance of the wicked. The wicked think that it's a game, but the problem is they're fools. They gonna learn the hard way. And some of them already did. So as of right now, if you think karma was bad before, a lot of your enemies, they gonna see their way out of this realm real soon. And I hate to say it, but because they're too ignorant, they're too prideful, they're too foolish. They don't heed the warnings not to mess with people, especially people that they don't know. You don't know who protects that person in the spiritual realm. But because of their ignorance, right, they're going to do things that, you know, is ultimately going to get them caught up because it always does, right? But listen, I hope y'all enjoy the message. I love y'all. And always remember, your spiritual team right now, they don't play about you. All right. So any evil that come your way, trust me, they will pay for trying you. All right. The only person who can destroy you is you and how you do things and how you conduct yourself. Right. Other than that, people try to step at you and you did nothing to them. They better watch out because they're literally asking to be taken out. Literally. Right. Our spiritual team, they may be loving, but they are real deal warriors. They will come through and they will whack some shit. You feel me? Anyone who's about evil will be dealt with. All right. I love y'all.